Welcome to Crop or Flop. So this week we've made some beautiful pepper jelly. We had some extreme heat this week, and most of these have been doing pretty good. However, this Emerald Giant didn't do very well in the heat. There's little, what do we have here? Oh, I think that's a baby dragonfly. I'm gonna leave you. These are not getting a very thick wall on them. So, contemplating them being a no next year. This Big Jim, I pulled off probably, well, I'll leave a picture here. So almost all of these have had some kind of problem with them. So probably won't be growing them next year. The Marconi Red has been doing wonderful. And I even had to brace up the plant because the fruit was so big on it. This one, I've already picked 2 off of here, and there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 still on here now, much less what's going to flower. That is I believe that it's a lilac or a chocolate, but this one looks more like the chocolate to me. I don't know. One of them's lilac, one of them's chocolate. This is the Anaheim chili. We have been making pepper poppers with this, filling them with some cream cheese that has cheese and Parmesan cheese and garlic salt, a few other green onion tops, and putting them in the air fryer for about 10 minutes. Perfect. Loving them. We've also been making pepper poppers with this Arjavowski one. This is an Ancho Grande. They get so deep green, and I have liked putting them in. I did make hot honey this week too, so they're a nice deep green to get into some of those recipes. The hot wax we've been using for pepper poppers. The Diamond Bells, been using for everything. The Mystic, I'll go around to that one. But this yellow, we've been using that a lot, even though none have turned yellow. I did have to put a support on this, and you can see I even broke a branch off there. There's just a lot of big fruit on here, which I'm not going to complain about. I am going to start freezing some peppers. But here is the Mystic, and they are a really pretty purple. Cucumbers, we had a 100-degree day this week, a couple 90-degree days, and they have been struggling big time. I'm getting some small lemon cucumbers that are good. And I have gotten some silver slicers, but not as prolifically as I did last year. The red asparagus beans have started. I like picking them at about this size of a pencil, and they're just a little bit squishy, but before they get any seed pods. So they're just hanging out here. The green asparagus beans are a little behind the red, and they are just starting. We'll be getting a bunch of them soon, and I see lots of pretty flowers here. These rattlesnake beans are being seriously prolific. If you can see them hanging all in there. I have been picking them almost every evening. And they are doing really well. These are they're more rattlesnake beans, and I just planted them not that long ago when I took out the peas, and they are already flowering. So I think as soon as the other ones are done, these will be ready to go. These I planted at the same time, these bush beans. They are an Maxable. They are getting some beans already on them. They're a longer, thinner bean, which I prefer the thicker bean, like the Provider, but I just really wanted to use these seeds, and so maybe they'll thicken up a little bit, but I am going to be glad to have them just in general. So lots of flowers and little beans starting in there. The tomatoes other than this little spot right here that I have not been able to fix because it's just too tangled and I was breaking branches, but all the rest are doing pretty good. That little spot in the middle are Romas, which are determinant. I'm sorry. We are getting a lot of tomatoes out of here. It's just not pretty, but they're there. I have been picking about 5 pounds of tomatoes a day. I still do not have my 1 pound tomato, but I'm close. I have one that is 14 ounces, 14.3 ounces. I'm thinking this is gonna be one of my larger ones. This is behind the fence. And as you can see, there's lots of tomatoes in here. Oh, the dogs are gonna start barking now. But that one's gonna need to go. That's a beautiful tomato. So is this. And this, and this. We've been using and freezing carrots, even though I planted them way too close together. We've gotten some decent harvests. I'm gonna put a picture here of what happens when you plant too close together. So we're still getting a harvest, but that's not good. And I should have thinned them. This is better here. But I need to learn my lesson and thin and plant not as thick. We've frozen carrots and been using them in lots of dishes, mostly with camping potatoes, or what we call camping potatoes, which is potatoes and beans and carrots and onion roasted all together in tin foil. So we've been using a lot of them that way. Yesterday I did pick as much as I could and made some vegetable soup and put beet leaves in it and dill in it, and I'm looking forward to eating that today. We'll be probably picking the rest of these beets now that I have frozen some leaves and made some soup, got some for the winter. It'll all be good. So, I hope your garden is beautiful, full of color. From the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota. Let me know if you're having a crop or a flop.